by.
What a difference a day makes, folks, as FX is going to take you to the conclusion of today's Sirius XM 400. The weather, well, compared to the horrific downpour we had yesterday, just about 3 laps into this race, it's picture perfect. Just about to reach 70 degrees today. No clouds in the sky. And matter of fact, not a single drop of rain is forecasted today. There's one car who unfortunately had to make the early trip home yesterday, and that was Robert Smith due to him losing oil pressure. Anyways, these drivers are currently drying their cars off, and we're going to get ready for the resumption of today's Sirius XM 400. And when these cars, we're going to line up for the restart, so they're going to bring them down again, allow these guys to change fuel and tires. And there's, these 6 cars are going to peel off and get fuel ready, and they're cars, so this means they're going to be fighting through some crazy traffic on this restart. We get set for the restart. Sports Center Cup Series brings them down, and we're racing. And they're already 2-3 wide in the pack. Jacob Tuba is a good car, but Sports Center Cup Series in the 11 holds dead even with him in turn number 1. We do like to remind you that the last time Sports Center Cup Series won was all the way back in the chase down in Season 3 at Texas Motor Speedway in a late showdown with 48. Come off of turn 2 and look at this. Everybody and anybody is bouncing off each other in this group. Look at that. The 1 just made some pretty significant contact with the 20. Now it looks like the 20 may have a tire rub, and he's losing several spots. The 1 got us, boys. The 1 got us because he has no depth perception, no concept of what's going on the racetrack. It looks to me like Sports Center Cup Series is going to lead lap 4 this afternoon. And looks like the 1 is going to be bringing his teammate Derek Lewis with him. Uh-oh, we got one in the wall, got one in the wall. Car in the wall, boys, car in the wall. Looks to me like the 6... is the, oh, caution's out, tire's down, we just got out of the groove, boys. Yellow flag number 2 is out this afternoon. Peyton Beasley out of the groove in turn number 4 and having some pretty heavy contact with the inside wall. For this quick caution, Peyton Beasley has gotten damage paired to his car. All right. Sports Center Cup Series has a good car. He has Caleb Hoffman, his partner. Him and the 11 have worked together pretty well today when you think about it. We're going to restart today on lap number 7 of 14 this afternoon, halfway through the Sirius XM 400. And we also like to remind you, if you didn't watch yesterday, the next Sunday we're out at Kansas Speedway. The Wizard of Oz tornado is going to bring these 34 men down to Kansas for some white knuckle racing in the middle of June and probably one of the hottest days of the year. As again, coverage is going to begin at 12:30 p.m. Eastern next Sunday on FX. And then the green flag is going to be at 1 p.m. Eastern, with the telecast list for today being shown on, being presented by Advocare. Bring them down. Ready. It's going to be some pretty wild racing. Heck, we've seen a little bit of wild racing today, too. Going to be finishing the rest of this race here clean and green, hopefully. And by hopefully, I mean we're going to have a green finish. And we're back green. Wow, Jacob Tube did not get a good start. And one in Sports Center Cup Series, however, did. He's long gone. I'm telling you, that car's got a rocket ship strapped to it. Look at Capes. A lot of these guys are half flipping the apron down here on the inside of the track, just bobbing their way through the field. Jacob Tube has slipped just outside the top 10 here in 11th, right behind. See his teammate down on the inside. So we're going down the back stretch. Look at this. It's like a Daytona restart. Whoa! Alvin Alonso really got loose off 4 there. Literally right in front of the 24 and just took the 78 with him. Now there's smoke coming out of both those cars. Can the 17 save it? Does he save it? Does he save it? Does he save it? Does he save it? Wow! Great save. Almost got the 48 car in the process when the 17 came down. Yikes! That was tight. No caution yet. Matter of fact, no caution at all. Look at KFC Cup Series. He's got a good car. Question is, does he have enough to run down the 11 though? He's long gone. Ready, middle. Whoa, trouble. Turn two. Got one in the wall. Got one in the wall. 2 of them. Oh, big. This is going to be big. Big. Oh, my God. Hard contact right there by the 21. Oh, man. Big crash right here going off turn 2. Hunter Miller lost it under the 20 and then just got absolutely destroyed. But still, big fire on some of these cars. On the 21 is they were still not correct. Looks like the 48 just got turned around. They slowed up. Now at this point, the caution has been out for a while. Oh wow, look at that. 48 and this 17 has some damage. The big one strikes at Michigan. The 5 of Hunter Miller was the first of these cars to go sideways amidst all this chaos. Under the 20. The 20 then did a pretty good job keeping it out of the wall. As the 48, basically he got into the 78, which further damaged his car, and then the 5 got slid across the racetrack, pretty much, and had a vicious lick from the 21, who basically didn't even stop. So they have red flagged this race with about 5 to go. They're going to stop the cars down on the front stretch. The 2 drivers back there, Hunter Miller and the 5, he's on fire. He quickly got out of that car, which is some pretty good news. However, the 21 did not. Has not yet. Both these drivers have their window nets down, indicating 2 safety workers that they are okay. However, they're relatively slow. They're moving. And we have rumors that Hunter Miller is talking to the safety workers at the speedway. Yeah, kind of a crappy second half of the season. Think about it. He won this Daytona 500 earlier this year. There he is. He's moving. He's probably sore, but he's moving. Probably trying to get his breath back. And there's other safety workers who are tending to the 21 car, which they have. That's when you see the 5. When you see a car spin in across the racetrack like that, he tried his best to try to miss it, but probably because the reason he couldn't react in time was he saw the 5 spinning, right? And if he hits the brakes, he doesn't jams the brakes, he jerks it or jerks the wheel right, he possibly risks taking out other cars too. But I think the 20 was, there's a lot of oil down there in 2. Then the 5 spun, then he slips in the oil. Oh god, that's a huge shot. And then Hunter Miller hit his shot to the inside. And then here comes the 21 across the racetrack. And then he slid a few hundred feet and then stopped just before turn 3. So currently safety workers and Hunter Miller, who is being told to go to the ambulance, his day is done. In this midst of a 5-car wreck occurring late. So far, it looks these 2 cars are definitely done. We do like to inform you Xavier Sodreska is awake and alert, and they're probably going to add the 20 exact speed to the list because there's so much damage to the fuel cell after that vicious impact. And after losing them under the 5. There's just so much impact, so much stuff to work with trying to fix the car. And you've the 78 and 48, they can get taped up and get points back. However, the 20, the 5, and the 21, they is done. They are done. We're probably going to have 3 laps to go here, and this means we're going to see a heck of a restart. Start and hopefully the conclusion to the Sirius XM 400. Peyton Beasley has gotten his lap back. And this means we're going to have a little bit of a 3-lap, no-holds-barred style shootout. How does it turn out, though? So far, the question brings, what do these drivers have on fuel? Dylan Murway, he does have a little bit of, doesn't have much concern on fuel, but the one, he's very low. So probably the guy in the top 5 that can, 2 guys in the top 5 that can make it are the 14 of KFC Cup Series and the 11 of Sports Center Cup Series. The 4 can make it provided we don't get any more cautions. Getting ready for the restart. 2 laps to settle it here at Michigan International Speedway in the Sirius XM 400 on this Monday afternoon. They're bringing the field down. And we're green. 25. Oh, wow. Horrible start. 25 out. He's out. Oh, they're really bunching up. Please no caution. Please no caution. Sorry for the camera cutout, but The 25 is out of fuel, and this means we're going to have a caution. Battery just wouldn't go. They're lucky there wasn't a big wreck right there coming off of 2. Just like that. But this has been a lot of races of comers and goers, if you will. Sure, you've seen a lot of guys come to the front, a lot of guys have fallen to the back. It's just been a major toss-up. You know? So, without further ado, that quickie yellow, we have gotten the 25 car off the racetrack. And this means the 4 is going to have to come down pit road, because if he doesn't, there's going to be a big mess on the restart. He's going to have restart all the way back in 18th, because the 55 and 41 topped off. So did the 22 and the 27. So without further ado, barring any major disasters, we're going to have this race try to finish it under green. First of 3 attempts, if we make it around to the white flag, this race will be determined as official. If there isn't an accident, it's going to be a big, big mess. It's either going to be a wreck on the restart. If we make it to the white without wadding up any more cars, it's a win-win. Ready? Green, green. Did the 1 go too early? I'm not sure. I'd be a little worried about that. The 1 making that move like that. But the question is, will he make it stick going into 1? He does. Believe it or not, he actually made that move stick. Now they're still 3 wide coming off 2. Now, who's going to make that move? 31 is going to come up to the bumper of the 11. 5-car dogfight for the win at Michigan. Whoa, there's smoke. They're rubbing. There's crap. They're beating on each other right here. As we make our way off turn 4, we will see the white flag here at Michigan. Last lap here. Do we make it around to the white flag? And if we have a wreck, it's going to be the end of the race. Sports Center Cup Series, that man has put on quite the dominating performance this afternoon. Well, Sunday and part of Monday. He led most of the... Oh, got one around. One around. Apron looks like the 18. the 29. Now, who can get that slipstream? It's all about that draft today at Michigan. Or who can get it. There's a slow car. It may be in the way here. There's a slow car in the way. There's actually a couple of them as they make their way to 3. Now here's KFC Cup Series. He has the draft to the 1. To the inside. Sprint to the finish. Alright, to 4. The lap cars give room. Who's going to make it? To the inside, 3 wide, coming to the line, contact. Oh. How did they, who won that? I have no idea. Did we get it? Did we get it, Brett?
Hang on, man, I'm looking at some radio communications.
So far, a lot of these guys, as we all come back to the caution, Jacob Tube did get into a 3 coming off of 4, completely on accident. The 3 has crashed down on pit road. So far, if we're looking at our radio information, the 14, he gets the draft off 4. So he cuts to the inside, gets the 1 loose, crowds him into the 11. I do believe KFC Cup Series may have scored his first win of the year right here. If we see if we can get a better angle. I actually believe the 14 barely got it. And look at the sportsmanship here on the front stretch shown between these 2 cars. They both fought it out. Sports Center Cup Series, that man led basically the entire race pretty much, all but a couple laps. Oh my God, that was a finish. KFC Cup Series, see him doing some burnouts on the front stretch. Kid, boy, we're partying today. Partied hard tonight. Yeah. Yeah. And surprisingly, compared to the attrition rate we saw last week, 5 cars failed to finish. See the fields. Scroll across the start-finish line. Across on the bottom of your screen. Jacob Tube and Jonathan Morrison both discussing things over on that last lap. As you see, the 24, he got into the back of the 3 off of 4. And he kind of glanced off the pit wall. The grid scrolling by. The 83 is the last guy in the lead lap. Then Robert Smith, who failed to finish yesterday due to low oil pressure. The engine conking out 3 laps in. So in the meantime, next Sunday, 12:30 p.m. Eastern, the STP 400 at Kansas Speedway. And then 1 p.m. the STP 400 presented by American Ethanol. You guys tune in for that. And then there's the week off, and then the last race of NASCAR on Fox and FX for the year. Before we hand the keys over to our colleagues at NBC and TNT. Congratulations to KFC Cup Series on notching his first win and probably the closest finish in Ihop history. And notice a lot of them seem to happen at Michigan. So when we come back in August, it's going to be pretty entertaining. See if there's going to be any photo finishes. See you next Sunday.